What's up, guys, and welcome to the first episode of Mic'd Up Thursdays. I'm so excited to be doing this, and I hope you are too, and you are ready to learn. Today we're going to discuss RDLs, Romanian Deadlifts. RDLs, Romanian Deadlifts, are a form of resistance training. A lot of people are familiar with this exercise, but a lot of people do them wrong. So today I'm going to show you exactly how to do this with proper form. For a demonstration, I'm going to be using a lower weight so that I can properly show you how to do this with correct form before we overload. For today's demonstration, I will be using 12s. The first thing we're going to focus on is making sure that we are standing straight. Now, our feet should be shoulder width apart. That's the first thing. You don't want to make it too far or too close, because you could actually throw your back out once you start that hinge movement. So the next thing that I want us to focus on is how we bend. Now, this specific exercise is a hinge movement. That means we are going to be lowering ourselves. This is how it should be done. First, make sure your feet are shoulder width apart. And then we want to press our lower half back as if we're closing a back door with our rear. I'm going to give you a side view. Feet shoulder width apart. Moving our hips. We're not pushing our back. We're just going to move our hips. So we're here. I like to tend to touch this area just to make sure that I'm solely focusing on this lower half, the hip area. So we're here and we want to press back as if we're closing a back door. Now, how do you know you're doing this movement? A perfect way to know that you are properly doing this exercise right is if once you're pushing back, if you feel that pull in your hamstrings, then you're doing it right. If you are feeling any pull in your back or any other area, you're doing it wrong. So again, we're going to focus on doing this exercise without the weights. Feet shoulder width apart, pressing the front area of our hips right here. It should fit right into these grooves right here. And we're going to press. Got it? Now let's add weights. It's very important to know where your weights should be placed when doing this exercise. Weights should be held out in front of you to you. And as you roll down, the weight should roll down, but it should never leave your body. You want to keep it close as possible. This is going to ensure that you do not throw your back out. Guys, I have seen so many people doing this exercise wrong, and I hear them when they tell me that their back is hurting when they're doing this. The first thing that I've discovered is that they actually are not doing proper form. The second thing that I've discovered is a lot of people tend to ego lift. That means when you try to lift more than you actually can, and that's very dangerous. How do we know how far to stop? Once you feel that pull, mine usually stops right below the knee. You want to bring it back up. Down, back up. Down, back up. Now ladies, I know we tend to want to squeeze our butt cheeks in because we feel that's really doing something, but squeezing our cheeks in is not necessary for every exercise. So I will say for this specific exercise, you do not have to worry about doing that. I hope you guys enjoyed our first episode of Mic'd Up Thursday, and I will see you next Thursday. Bye guys.